yeah. What is good, my people, my peeps? I hope you guys are out there doing well this evening. We're just going to have a quick conversation. So come on in the room. Come on in the room. You can always participate by hitting that thumbs up as you come into the building. Um, we're going to talk a little bit. I know you've seen the title, Kevin Samuels giving dating advice, but although he was divorced and had millions, that's right, millions of subscribers, men, women. Let's get into it. I want you all to also take a peek at the tip jar below. You can support this stream as well by hitting that tip jar. We do appreciate all tips here, you know, in the building while you're getting this knowledge. Let me just let this roll a little bit while y'all get yourself situated. Welcome in. It's Ethereal, aka the Godmother, in the building. Yes, indeed. So I thought I'd have a little conversation with you all this evening, dealing with Mr. Kevin Samuels, R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. So many men followed his platform, but also, along with so many men following, there were women who actually followed and put themselves up for ridicule. Um, you know, they were they were sized up, all of that, right? We're gonna get into a quick conversation because I believe I'm starting to feel that a lot of men are hypocrites. Downright hypocrites. They could take advice and uplift this man, Kevin Samuels, who did a lot of detriment to the community. I'm not even here to lie to you. He did a lot of detriment to the community. And when I say the community, I'm referring to the black, formerly known as African American, all that jazz community. He did a lot of detriment to our community. Damaged a lot of souls. Some advice I give him credit for some was good, but a whole hell of it was not so good. Y'all get in here, take a seat, hit the thumbs up on your way in. We're going to get into this conversation tonight because I believe there's a lot of hypocrites floating around. Show you right. A lot of freaking hypocrites. And I'm not talking about the females. I'm talking about our male counterparts being hypocrites, not standing on business. Okay? And I like men that I deal with to stand on business, baby. Show you right. Yeah, hold on as I check this audio real quick. Because if you're going to stand on business, you're going to make it do what it do. That's what a real man is about. That's what attracts women. You're going to say you're going to do something and you actually do it. Right? Yeah. But when you wishy-washy, I can't stand a wishy-washy man. Mm-mm. Y'all hold tight. Let me check this real quick. See how we sounding. Do it. Right? Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah. You know what? Let me go on and put the go on and put the comments in overlay. So I don't have to deal with the comments as they come in, right? Hell. That's right. You know, I believe Mr. Sam gonna send a lot of men to hell, but I want to talk about this because actually I have not just started talking about relationships and what's going on as far as the community, the um, Black folks, Israelites, if you will, community, formerly known as African American. I've been talking about it. That's right, got persecuted about it. Show you right. So I ain't new to this, I'm true to this. Been warning y'all about what's coming down the pike. But when I said something, I got persecuted about it. That's right. I didn't label my subject title as relationship advice or any of that hocus pocus. Nah, I just gave it to you real, straight up. I told you what is going on and how the agenda was affecting the community. Yep. But check this out. Do we really have straight up and down men standing on business? Because you see, I'm hearing that in order for you to give advice, dating advice, getting our community back online, in order to give that type of advice, to be vetted, if you will, to be vetted is to be shown assured, to be qualified, right? In order to be qualified to give this such dating advice, you must be married. Uh-huh. That's what I'm hearing on the streets. Well, on these YouTube streets, if you will. You must be married. Because, see, if you're not married and you're giving such dating advice, well, this is not qualified dating advice. It's malarkey. Because you're not married and you're giving this dating advice. So, this dating advice cannot be true if you're not married. And see, and if you're married, listen to this. That means you're qualified. That means you're qualified if you're married. What if your marriage is a hoax? What if your marriage is not true? What if you are miserable in your marriage? Somebody riddle me that. What if you're miserable and you're out here giving dating advice? That can be detrimental in and of itself, I would think. But I want to get into how Mr. Kevin Samuels was put on this platform, and dog, he was put on a pedestal, if you will. A pedestal raised up high by men who damn near praised him, damn near worshiped Kevin Samuels. And he was out here giving toxic advice. That's right. That's right. And to this day, going into 2025, there are men who still praise the words of Kevin Samuels. They still utter these words of Kevin Samuels. But riddle me this. If you must be qualified to give dating advice, and the qualifications for you to give such dating advice is for you to be married, why is it that there's a loophole for Mr. Kevin Samuels? Oh, yeah, I'll wait. Why is there a loophole for Mr. Kevin Samuels, who was divorced? But we had millions of men tuned in, listening to Kevin Samuels spew his rhetoric and poison of many of men's minds, who was divorced. But you see, you have a divorced woman come on the scene with a gangster lean, with the truth and nothing but the truth, been telling the truth, had the truth stolen right up from under her, just simply because, she didn't have a large platform. So everything she utters, every word she speaks can be stolen, remixed, and spewed out from content creators that have larger platforms than she. Oh, if you didn't know, I'm talking about myself right about now. Yeah. Stolen content, remixed, rewrote by men who said I was to shut up. But what I'm learning is that I'm not supposed to shut up. See, my job was what I was doing, spreading the word as a pillar, that's right, of the community, an aged woman, fine as wine. But with the hatred, the patriarchy that has been used to bash the woman, but yet and still take her wisdom, her intellect, and use it for themselves. And as she gathers herself together, picks up the pieces of her shattered life on these social media streets, only to still do the work of the Most High Yah, which she's ordained to do biblically as an aged woman, a woman of wisdom and knowledge, wisdom that came down from the Ruach Kadash. You will never hear that come out of these men's mouths. The Ruach Kadash. Ask them about it, ladies. The wisdom of a woman. They will never let you hear that. But yet and still they hold this man, a mere mortal, who sat amongst us. And they ate and lapped up everything that spewed out of this man's mouth, known as Kevin Samuels. They lapped it up like they were his lap dogs. Millions of broken men. They utter evil words. They sized up women and broke down women just because of the words that came out of Kevin Samuel's mouth. That's right. What size do you wear? What's your dress size? Turn on your camera. Let me see what you're looking like. Oh my goodness. If you're single right now at 50, you're going to die alone. These words of evil, they praise to this day. They utter these words out of their mouths to this day. A man that was not even given that authority to teach the women. For it proclaims in the word that it's the right of the aged woman to teach these women. We have a problem, Houston. We have a sure enough problem wherein that our men would rather praise and upheld a divorced man for years. Listen to his rhetoric. Listen to his division that he spewed. Wonder why today these women talk about, if you don't have six figures, I don't want to deal with you. Where do you think that came from, my brothers and sisters? Was that not Kevin Samuel's talking points? The high valued man? But we sit here and we act as if we have forgotten his word in one way or another. But in some aspects, we keep the evil words we want to spew out. You want to say that this man, Kevin Samuels, was qualified back then to say what he said and do what he did. And he was a divorcee. Mm. And that still allowed him to be qualified. And if you're not married, now, are we switching it up to fit the narrative that men want it to fit? Let's take this station break. I'll let you think about that. Are we fitting narratives to satisfy men in their agendas to harm women? Station break. I'm Ethereal, aka the Godmother. I'm filling in the gaps, and I'm going to say it like it is and what it is. And that's the facts. Thank you for tuning in. It's Ethereal on the mic, aka the Godmother. I'm filling in the gaps that were left behind. But I'm doing more than just filling in the gaps. I'm here to heal the nation. That's right. I'm hearing that to be qualified to give relationship advice, you must be married. And if you're married, just simply because you're married, that your relationship advice is pure, it's good. There's so many marriages that are married, people are married just for pretenses and are miserable, sad in their marriages. But not only just that, I want to speak on tonight. I want to speak on how dare you, whomever you are out there, flip the narrative as at your will. For you see, these men ran with a man who was a divorcee, a divorcee, a man who ran from his obligations to even support his own children, a man by the name of Kevin Samuels. They ran to this man for advice on the daily. This man, he got upwards to millions of subscribers, a divorcee, a man who ran from his obligations for taking care of his children. But this was quality advice. This was substantial advice. Well, I guess so. Because men today quote his very words. And yet, and still, on the other hand, try to uplift being married as if that is the end all be all nowadays in order to give advice on relationships. Wisdom does not only come from holy matrimony. For you see, if that was the case, the Most High would not even have told his disciples through Yahushua that men could be without wives. But if you needed a wife, go ahead and get you a wife so that you won't burn. I'm paraphrasing. So wisdom does not only come unto you because you are in holy matrimony. But what I want to point out today is the fact that our nation is very much in need of healing, okay? Because we can't, for one, say, listen to Kevin Samuels. His words and his advice are on point. But yet and still, this man was a divorcee, running from paying his child support, knowing he owes child support to the day, up until the day that he died. My brothers, my sisters, I want you to be careful of word curses. That's right. Curses that people, they spew out of their mouths. sometimes it comes back to haunt them. hmm But for the most part, they're saying it, they're putting it out there for you. They're saying things for it to harm you. I want you to see this video I did 3 years ago. Nobody, my platform is still small, but it's growing. Thanks to the Most High Yah, not to the enemy that has been placed in my way to try to stifle me in many ways. Take my information and make it as theirs, and yet and still say that the woman is ignorant and has no knowledge, but sit here and scope and rewrite and remix my very words and try to demolish me and crush me and destroy this very platform. I tell you, watch yourself. I'm telling you, watch yourself. Because I know I am a child of the Most High Yah. From what I've gone through and my awakening, my spiritual aspect of my awakening is something some of you men would grovel and cry if you had to witness and go through what I have gone through spiritually. I tell you, watch yourself. I am not the one to play with. And I say that because I know that I am a daughter of Zion. You men who actually speak with this fork tongue, for are you the children of Satan? For you see that there are two forms of beings in this realm. Now, I want you to understand there's many evil beings here, but there's only two forms. You might have heard it in the story of the wheat and the tare. The wheat and the tare. The holy and the righteous and the wicked. The tare are the children of Satan. They look like us, but they are not us. And they will lead you the broad way to the lake if you let them. For how can you have a forked tongue and say on one side of your tongue, you've hit the wall? You're beyond the wall. You will die alone. And then on the other side of your tongue say, being married is righteous. Being married and getting advice is from a righteous person is good. But yet and still, the other side of your tongue, you're saying things from someone who was not even married, who was not even righteous, who wasn't even preaching the word, who wasn't even trying to help awaken the Most High Yah's people who were still asleep. but you use the words of the wicked to uplift the righteous. Hmm. Um, I'm going to show you a video I did. Let me see if I can cue this up. 3 years ago. Oh, there we go. Okay. So this video, let me go down here. Let me see. Hold on, yeah. Let me see if I can point out the date. Here we go. I did in 2021. Can y'all see that? Yeah. There we go. 2021, May 23rd, 2021. The title of the video, it says, Hate for Black Women. Agent amongst us. Let's get into it. Go ahead and play that for y'all.
Hey, what's up, sis? I'm just out here shopping. Living my life like it's golden. What? When did this happen? Why didn't you send the signal? He's back at it. And it's leaking into the mint. What? We're almost there. We must hold an emergency conference. Our deliverance is nigh. Set it up. Hello? Yes, sir. I've already called the meeting. Everybody's on their way. It's clear. It's understood. I'm sure the men will get this under control, sir. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, there has been a breach. We have an agent out here that is attempting to divert our attention. The agent that is in question is here in this room. Visualize them. We cannot allow the men that have hatred towards the Black woman lead the Black men down a dark path. We will be receiving a message, a call, reminding us of the curses that we have gone through, both men and women. It is time to get it together. You see the signs.
His eyes shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children which he shall leave, so that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat, because he hath nothing left him in the siege and in the straitness, wherewith mine enemies shall distress thee in all thy gates, the tender and delicate woman among you, which will not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. Her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter, and toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet.
It is time to build up, acknowledge, and inform. We cannot let these agents take over and destroy what we are building. Setting the mindset of the Black woman back. This message was sent out to you and is of dire importance. We must rebuild the mindset of the Black woman and man, not destroy.
Brothers and sisters, I have been promoting this unity.
Warning! Don't believe the AI trick.
For a minute, thanks. I have been promoting the unity of Black men and women, aka Israel. Yeah, hold on. I don't know why this picture is acting plumb full. It is what it is. I have been promoting the unity of Black men and women for many years. And I forewarned, that's right, against what Kevin Samuels was spewing out. I actually went on his platform twice to speak with him. And for some of you who have seen that interview, which I might just pull back up, when he was going in on some younger ladies, he never disrespected me. That's right. Let me tell you something. Folks know. Hold on for a minute. People know when you enter the building who you with. And that's why I was respected. Not talked down to like he did the majority of the women that came onto that platform, his platform. But he knew, trustingly, he knew who was in his presence. We can't have you out here, men of Yah, speaking with forked tongues. Because all that's going to do is confuse the community. That's all that's going to do. You can't use Kevin Samuels' talking points and then on the other hand, on the other side of your tongue, proclaim that the only information, the only right information that you can get when it comes to the relationships of Israel, men and women, are from those who are married. And the married ones amongst us will give you the righteous information. I've been out here giving righteous information for a long time. And I have the receipts to prove it. But I've been stomped down, lied upon, ridiculed, stolen property, intellectual property, stolen, remixed. Let me say this one more time because I'm still standing. I don't have orbs following me around for no freaking reason. Not only things that happen in this realm, but things that happen spiritually. And I have informed you of these things. Trust and believe. Watch and pay attention and be very mindful who you choose to make your enemy. I say this once again. Watch and be very mindful who you choose to make your enemy. I want to say another thing. I have never and will never be the type of woman that chases a man. Let me say that one more time because it just felt good coming out. I have never and will never be the type of woman who chases after a man. So if you are interested in me, you better speak up or forever hold your peace. You better speak up or forever hold your peace. Just wanted to share this little information with you all. You can always support this platform by hitting the tip jar below. It's always appreciated. I will continue to give you, daughters of Zion, information about who you are, information and qualifications of being a wife or becoming a wife, information about what women were in the Bible other than warming the beds of their husbands. That's right. Women who built cities. Did you know that? One woman built 3 cities. If you know her name, please drop it in the chat. I will inform you about great and mightyful women in the world that you have never heard of, so that you can know who you are and from what bloodline you come from. Just wanted to stop in really quick, give you all that message. I hope that you all have a blessed evening and enjoy the rest of your night wherever you are. And men, I want you to look to nature. I want you to look to nature. And where in nature do you see women? Chasing the male species? Where in do you find the women, the female species, chasing the male species to procreate or to be with? Wherein do you find that in the animal kingdom? You Don't. You will find parthenogenesis in the animal kingdom, which I told you to do your homework on that. I have not forgot about that. You'll find that. The male in the animal kingdom are the biggest and the showiest, the show-offs, your peacocks. Those beautiful peacocks that you see in the animal kingdom with their beautiful tail feathers with gold eyes on the end of their feathers, and they open their plumes and they shake their tail feathers, are males. That's right. The most beautiful ones of them all are males. Why are they so gorgeous? Why do they shake their tail feathers? To get the attention of the female. That's right. Why does the lion's mane, why is it so large and glorious? And the females are so slim and slick, no lion's mane to be had. To get the attention of the female. That's right. The animal kingdom is showing you what you have forgot it as humans. You are getting the words twisted and perverted when you think the females are supposed to chase you. If you have something to say to me, you should say it, because you will be hard pressed if you think I will ever chase a man. Simple, plain, and just like that, because it's fact. You men want to change the nature of it all. We cannot put it all on the female. Hold your cojones. Step into your authority. You don't want to, because you don't want to be afraid. You don't want, you are afraid to step into the authority of a man, the hunter. Women, do not hunt down men. Look in your word. A man who finds a wife. Key word, finds a wife. Finds a good thing and is blessed by the Most High Yah. Your word does not say a woman who finds a husband finds a good thing. Stop playing this twisted, perverted game if you are truly a man of the Most High Yah. You cannot uphold a divorced man and what he did for the time he was here in this realm as honorable. And in the same breath, say that we are only supposed to listen to men who are married, or females who are married, when you held your king for a season, known as Kevin Samuels, a divorcee who ran from his obligations of supporting his own offspring. You listened and you lapped up every word he said, and you still spew his evil and toxic words in quotes on your live streams to this day. You welcomed an evil into 2025. You cannot have it both ways. Choose this day who you will serve. Will it be the Most High Yah, or will it be Satan? I am out.